Good evening, gentlemen. This is very early evening. It's about what, 25 to 6, and I'm going to be doing a walkie-talkie enhanced. What I mean by walkie-talkie enhanced is I'm going to be doing a usual walkie-talkie, but it'll be enhanced with screenshots to hopefully help look at the topic in a much clearer sense. Anyone knows the two words Edinburgh Fringe? Right, it means about the month of, that's full of comedy, right? It's usually, you know, it doesn't start bang on the top of August and it doesn't end at its first stage in September, right? It's roughly about, the 6th to the 28th or something along in line, right? And it's not just comedy specific, but I've even seen sports being featured as part of the Fringe. I've seen plays being part of the Fringe. I've seen woodwork being part of the Fringe. Right? It's basically a big mammoth performance month. I've seen two things and I'm going to bring this into another screenshot. Hashtag screenshot army. Right. Anyway, oh my god. Did you see that? She's reversing up the A739. She nearly got hit. Oh my god. With a car wouldn't have done that. It's just stupid. Look at Spider-Man. Yay! The Fringe. It's mainly comedy, yeah, but what it is also is all the other things like, you know, performing dance and rap and all that shit. But anyway, a comedy performer decided to talk to her audience about having a hemorrhage, and this caused 9 people to have a very strong reaction, 2 of which fainted, 7 of which had to leave the room. They were that offended, right? What was she talking about? Her experience with hemorrhage. And to be honest, it's not the first comedian out there that has talked about their health condition as part of her stand-up routine, because they're transforming a pretty awful incident into comedy, and it's quite easy really to something that was a poor incident into something that's a winner. Use the road, you cunt! Yeah, you heard it. I might be a cyclist, but I wouldn't be doing shit like what she did. But anyway, yeah. Our strong reactions, offence, fainting, leaving, the usual left waffa type behaviour. Right, I'm going to say something. If you feel you're going to be easily offended, or you could faint at the top state of blood, shit, piss, cum or vomit, stay home. Leave the art form to be enjoyed, not to be pandered to by your left waffa antics. Right? I just said left waffa. Right? Comedy is meant to be edgy. It is meant to be raw. It is actually meant to be pretty offensive. Especially when you're kicking down on Korean cinema. Oh my gosh. I just said it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, comedy is meant to be poking fun at, you know, the hierarchy, the monarchy, or king and queen of the country of the current day. That's what comedy started off in the early 1700s. It's not there to protect people or to pander or to arse kiss. If you don't like it, stay home, put on in the night garden and rock yourself to sleep with a baby bottle full of milk, knowing that None at all. You'd probably have it full of, well, vodka and milk, also known as a Russian, because you're alky bampots, right? It's just, no. If you're going to the Fringe and expecting to hear a woke fest or a ode to Karl Marx or Trotsky, that you're in the wrong place and get a most immediate train home and leave people who actually want to giggle. Apparently the Fringe damages Edinburgh. We're talking about it in an environmental sense, you know, as in the Fringe, you know, lots and lots of litter, lots of drunks, people pissing up side streets and side lanes and all the rest of it, people overcrowding the trains, people being antisocial. Yeah, I can totally understand, because like Edinburgh Council do go around doing their daily, you know, emptying of these bins and whatever, but that is never enough. And because of never enough, you get a similar sight to this. Yeah? And yes, things do build up, and at times, if you do have enough money at the back of your sofa, the contract companies in like Biffa, Enva, and other companies. But honestly, you know, if you're a local business, you will see your like doorstep being used as a bin by people who are coming to watch stuff. You might even have a few drunks come through your door. You might have a wee bit of fucking film of abuse when these drunks realise that your office isn't a toilet and you have no access to any toilet on that site. Yeah, and the thing is, you know, the police are stretched out enough dealing with Hum's useless and his thought crime reporting crap, right? And you know, if something happens, or maybe like you have a window punched in, you phone the police, and quite often they won't come up to your premises till the next day because they're dealing with all the drunks. Hums are useless, and also dealing with the drunks pissing up the side of the lane. Yeah, so it does kind of put Edinburgh in a kind of slightly poor light if you're a resident or a business owner. And also, interestingly enough, on 2 occasions I used Edinburgh to Birmingham National Express coach service, known as the 182, right? And normally it leaves Edinburgh at 9:30 and it gets in for 10:40, 10:50, and passengers will get on at 11:10. So the buses leave Edinburgh at 9:30, but they don't get in till 11:20. Hello there. Yeah, all good. Right, cheers. So yeah, the bus doesn't get into Glasgow bus station till the 11:20. Then that puts the bus off schedule, and people are like, you know, kind of going, oh, where's my bus? It's like, yeah, well, it's because the roads are blocked up and diversions are in place and everything else, and that's really where the whole situation is. And yeah, because the bus leaves Glasgow late, I think it's all the other stops late and the service station late, and then getting into Manchester late, blah blah blah. So yeah, it does have another effect, but on bus drivers, and it must be horrendous holding, you know, a 16-ton triaxle Levante and having to go up all these tight streets and lanes just as a form of diversion, and then being late because of it into Glasgow and having to deal with impatient customers, blah blah blah. It must be, honestly, bus drivers are very underrated because they've got such levels of patience and such levels of creative mindedness to sometimes circumvent a lot of the delays and whatnot. Anyway, I think I've been talking a long time, so I'll catch you all later. And if you are going up to the Fringe, behave yourselves. And if you feel that the material that stand-up performers are hitting out is too much for you, take a quiet but graceful exit. You don't need to faint like a bunch of idiots or whatever. You just need to take yourself out the room quietly, gracefully. There's another show in another room. Anywho, catch you later.